Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm 41 years old. I've been teaching since I was 22. Wrote over 500 arrangements. Some went viral, got over 2 million views. Went to concert festival, made all sweepstakes. Oh man. Had one of the best high school band programs in the state of Louisiana. I say in the South. I say in the nation. That's how much I believe in my students in my building. Chief arranger for Southern University. 4 years, the only arranger. Had to hold it down by myself. Met presidents. Met almost a president that I wish she would have won, Hillary Clinton. Met Smokey Robinson. Met Jay-Z. Pictures with all these people. Janelle Monáe, I can keep naming names for days. Met the influential people in just about every walk of life. Made about $120,000 plus some change for a salary. That's great money for a band director. Made more money I ever made in my life. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm still getting stopped. Been to California, stopped. New York, stopped, meaning people know who you are. DC, Virgin Islands, overseas. Now I'm going to stop overseas, but I had the ability just to live a good life. High on the hog, flying high. I did so much stuff. Got over $700,000 in instruments from Con 7, so I'm familiar with that. Raised over $1 million in initiatives. Familiar with that. And with all that being said, because I don't want him to read my bio, I'm going to give it to you. That's my bio. All the stuff you learn, tone, time, teaching family, been there, done that. Guess what? I still got fired. Hashtag fire in the trenches. Hey, I'm saying you have all these no-goes music. That is not going to save you. All my life I wanted to be the director of bands at Southern University. Got a chance to live a dream, but that's not enough. Now, I ain't mad at nobody. Because you can blame people all day for whatever. When you look at that man, that woman, that person in the mirror, you gotta keep it real with yourself, man. Nobody can control you but yourself. You can't control anybody but yourself. So I'm here to talk about, can you handle the truth? Y'all want to talk in the trenches? Let's get real. Can you handle the truth? All that stuff that I just named, and I didn't name everything. You ain't got the politics together. You're just another number. Oh, people will mourn you. They will protest for you. And you know us as a people, we mad for about a week or two, and then something else will happen, and then Beyonce got a concert. Hey! Man, they protested for me, I'll be all right. The phone stopped ringing. Haymer who? He ain't nobody. Reality check. You want to lead. It comes with the 6 P's. Power, prestige, position. That's the upside. The downside of leadership. Persecution, problems, and pressure. Power at HBCUs, even in your own community. It's about the bands. You think about Duke, what you think of? Basketball. University of Alabama. Football. Southern University. That's the power. That's the power. The prestige. You well known because of your fame. Going all over the nation. You're well known. Position. You got the title and you have the respect. The problems. The student problems become your problems now. Student can't get in school. Student smoking weed. Student get another student pregnant. Whatever. I can name some situations. That's your problem. Pressure. Parents, alumni, fans, administration. I forgot though, I said the 6 P's. It's another P that I didn't put on there. The 7th P, politics. There is no class at any university, from Harvard all the way to the smallest community college. There's no class that can get you prepared for this. I can watch you on fire, everybody in here, and I can empathize for you. But when you on fire yourself, that's a whole different feeling. We're in a recession. Recession is when your neighbor or your good friend lose their job. A depression is when you lose your job. The whole perception is different. I can feel bad for you, but I'm not feeling what you feel. So you got to get those politics together. So we're going to briefly talk about that. I'm not going to be all day, I promise you, because I can talk for a long time. But if I wouldn't do you any service if I didn't come up here and tell you what I know. I'm looking for my outline. I've been looking at it all day. Here it is. All right. Now, I said all that. What is success? You need to know your calling. Miss Little was up here talking about teaching in the trenches, getting your resume up, and ultimately move up to the university level if you desire to do that, aspire to do that, that's fine. I had the same aspiration. But that may not be your calling. Some of y'all are in middle school, and you're looking at these big university bands on YouTube, and you think that's how life is every day. If every day was a Saturday for me, I'd be high on the hall every day. You don't see what goes on Monday through Friday. You definitely don't want to see what goes on in the administration building. So be careful what you ask for. Don't compare your success to your friend's success. You ever notice somebody, and I'm going to just use an example. My good friend got a new car, and you just driving this raggedy 1990 whatever. You mad because they got something and a symbol of success, which we as people like Cadillac and Mercedes. So they got a Mercedes, a Cadillac. Now you mad because you ain't got one. Don't compare your success to nobody's success. Your success and what's for you is meant for you. You would never get ahead of life, get mad because somebody else seems like they moving up. Don't compare your career to their career. Somebody has to teach elementary school, middle school. If everybody taught college, somebody has to, and it takes a better teacher, and you name it. You're married, you need a parking lot afterwards. It takes a better teacher to teach on the elementary level than a secondary level. You got to get those fundamentals. It's a special person to start those kids out with instruments, develop those arms. Everybody can't do that. I know some phenomenal secondary band directors who make horrible primary band directors. I know some great primary band directors who make horrible secondary. We all have our calling. Band is a general term, but there's so much subcategories of the band that I specialize in this area in band, music, or whatever. Know your calling, know your specialty, and you go after it. Now, we have some people in here, they talking about their horrible situation. Man, ain't no such thing as an ideal situation. You can't pour money on every problem. Money don't solve it. And guess what? If the Saints won the Super Bowl 15 years in a row, then it ain't special no more. Your favorite team win the Super Bowl, win the NBA championship. Like the Saints won the Super Bowl in 2010. Man, the city of New Orleans shut down for a whole month. I couldn't find none of my students. It was disappointing. But just imagine having that success year after year after year. It becomes standard. So those who are in award-winning programs, they don't have it well. You on the other side looking. They used to win. So the administration, look, we don't need you. The band been winning for 2,000 plus years. Not knowing what you do behind the scenes is what makes it work. So I'm saying all that to get into politics. You heard some good situations too. The grass is the greenest, or the fertilizer is the heaviest. What's in fertilizer? What's in fertilizer? Hey, just because you see the flowers in the grass, when you dig underneath, SOS. same old same. Same old same. Grass ain't green on the side and you jump your butt over the fence. Now you trying to go back. No. Everywhere you go, you're going to have those problems, persecution, and pressure. Ain't no escaping that. That's life. That's life. You have to have a forest versus trees mentality. You can't see the forest for the trees. What that mean? You're not looking at the bigger picture because you're too busy worrying about a parent called me, cussed me out, administration don't understand me, and I can just bicker on about the problems every band director faces. I face the same thing. I face the same thing. I taught middle school, I taught high school, and I taught collegiate level, and I face the same thing on all levels. A famous philosopher by the name of Christopher Wallace, also known as Notorious B.I.G., said, more money, more problems. More money, more problems. Personal money, band money, anything for it in the program. More problems. Just because you see some, don't think they don't have a problem. The better known you are, the more when you sit high in the saddle, the more they shoot out. You catch more arrows. They shoot. They shoot. So how do we navigate through this? Band for dummies. You have to be able to explain band to the non-band person, which is all your administrators. And hey, some of the hardest principals are the ones who used to be band directors. And if you ain't teaching, that's another thing. I'm not here to talk about the teaching, I'm here to talk about the politics. Be able to use analogies to explain band to non-band people. They don't understand what we go through. Man, every time you see my band, you're looking at $1 million. What you mean? The buses cost this much. The uniforms cost this much. The instruments cost this much. The food costs this much. Every trip, you have to let them know what you do. Because great people, competent people, make their job look easy. They see you performance day, you nod your head, drum major blow the whistle. Oh, he got that band in control. They don't know what you go do behind closed doors. It is your job to tell your own narrative. You gotta tell the story. Explain the cost. Band is a monster. It's a monster that's not easily understood. Oh, I marched in the band for 4 years. You still don't understand what goes on behind closed doors. Politics. You don't understand the seat until you get in the seat. And I ain't talking about college band. I'm talking about middle school, high school. I'm telling you, if the smaller the community you're in, the more power you have. I know some high school, middle school band directors can run for mayor of their town because they are so popular, because they got the kids playing what the people want to hear. They got the kids doing whatever. So you got to know the politics of band. I believe every child should produce a tone that is conducive to blah, 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 blah. Nobody want to hear that, man. That might be your belief, and that's a noble belief. But you have to understand, in order to get where I need to go, I have to do something. In order to get to where I need to go, I have to do something. You have to sell your own program. Sometimes you have to PTG. Play the game. You have to talk to politicians. You have to talk to administrators. You have to talk to people in other walks of life. Why? Not because you're the band director of this big school and everybody just loves you as an individual. Music is one of the only united forces that I know that transcends all things that divide us. Race, class, religion, socioeconomic. I can keep going on. Politics. Republican, Democrat. They both like good music. So you have to be political, but be apolitical. You got to be able to talk to both sides, because at the end of the day, you have a goal you have to reach, and you have to go on both sides. You got to walk that fine line without getting too much on this side or that side, because you're going to fall off. Now, I'm coming to you telling you this, not because I did everything right, not because I'm perfect, not because I'm Nate the Great. It's because I failed. It's because I made mistakes. And as long as you living, breathing, eating, sleeping, you're going to make mistakes too. But shame on me if I can't share my experience with you. Shame on me. Your parents tell tell you what to do because they've been there, they've done it. And a lot of people are hard-headed. I find more humble people, they're humble because they've been through enough stuff to make them realize and look at the big picture. Now, you have to use a win the war versus win the battle mentality. Battle is individual fights. War is the whole thing collective. Lose some battles. Mr. Haymer, we need the band to be at the state capitol at 3 o'clock. I realize it's 1 o'clock, but I need your whole band. Don't notice. Mr. President, let me tell you something. You don't interrupt my class, and you know, oh, I got him together. I got him together. Mr. Haymer, come to the office, please. Hey, man, it's better to be right than dead right. What do you mean? I'm at the red light. The light finna turn green. Light turns green. Legally, I have the right to go, right? I see a big 18-wheeler coming, he ain't stopping. My light is green, so I'm gonna go 18-wheeler, bam! You was right to go, now you dead right. So, sometimes we get so caught up in our own world that we want to tell these administrators, we want to tell these politicians, even though it's wrong, like, you want me to do this, I'm tired. You want me to do that, I'm tired. It's nothing wrong with saying no, but if every time it's no, something wrong with you. Now, when you have a conversation with those people, look here, Mr. Senator, Mr. President, Mr. whomever their title is, well, this is what it takes to move me. I'm going to do this for you because I want you to look good. Let them know you're interested in whatever they need you to do. But this is what I need from you. This is what we need. This is what, and 9 times out of 10, now that you got their attention because they need something from you. When they want you to do something, that's the best time for you to tell them what you need. Not that they're going to do it immediately, you have their attention. Versus when they don't need you, they don't have time to talk to you, right? They got a lot of things they're dealing with too. So you sit down at the table, you have a conversation with those people. You have to tell your own narrative about your band. People talk about marketing, they talk about everything else. Use social media wisely. Use your social media wisely. You don't have to wait on a news story. I've been on the news, positively and negatively. But you define your own narrative. Social media is so powerful, man's biggest blessing and man's biggest curse. But you can trump a news story any day with some positive news, with some real news. I ain't say get mad and respond to people. No, man, you gotta know how to just take your licks and move on, man. You gotta know how to take your licks and move on. But if you have a win the war strategy versus win the battle, you can win the battle, but you lose the war, and nobody wins. We doing this for our students. Remember that. So you have to be prepared for the next. You have to be prepared to be a forward thinker, move forward and talk to your administrators, talk to the politicians. You can either be Blockbuster, Video, or you can be AT&T. AT&T stands for American Telephone and Telegraph. How many people use a telegraph today? How many people use a landline phone when you're not at work? Nobody. The company was founded on that. AT&T kept moving forward. Like AT&T, they over cable companies. Well, I don't even know what they call it, cable. Whatever they call it, they communications. Blockbuster, you had to have almost a 10,000 credit score to get one little video from them when they was in their prime. You better go to the mall. You wasn't getting that from Blockbuster. Redbox came along, they were supposed to be a part of that. Streaming came along. No, they was stuck in one model. One is still in business today, who used to do telegraphs. One is obsolete. So you have to be a forward thinker. Don't be scared to dream, but don't let your vision, don't be too bold in your vision that you're not realistic about his expectation. How to implement. Sometimes you want to come in, we want things fast. Hey man, I won a lot of wars, I lost some wars. I lost a lot of battles, I got scars. When you want to do things that's innovative, next level for your students, for your staff, you got to sometimes break down walls. Every time I broke down walls, cut here, Cut there, next wall, bam. Now I'm gone. I failed. And if I had to do it all over, we all make mistakes. Some things we'll do over again. We can. Some things, no, it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. I'm not coming here to blame anybody. I'm just saying, if you want to survive in this crowd, you can't do what your band directors did. I remember being at Southern University Band in the 90s. Dr. Briggs did the same show every away game. Cold-hearted state, step one. That's all we did every away game. We may change home twice. Something came along in 2005 and changed the game called YouTube, band facts. Used to back in the day, you didn't know what the next band was doing unless they just happened to be on BET the week before. That was a big thing. We on BET. Now, as soon as you finish the note, they already got it. You can live stream right now, I suppose. They already have it. So you gotta work hard. You gotta come with more shows. You gotta come with more music. You can't play what you played in the fifth quarter last week. Your competition is studying. And they supposed to. Shit, when I was band director, I was studying a lot of people. Okay, this is how they move. Okay. That's the nature of the beast. You can't do what your band directors did. It's harder today than ever before. So the year of the 30, 40, 50 year band director, I don't see that happening. Now, 30, 40, 50 year music educator, that's very much possible. But the politics of it, talk about concert band, you talk about jazz band, you talk about, more cranking and all this stuff, and all of that is correct. I'm not here, I heard a lot of beautiful stuff today. But more people see your marching band in one setting than they'll see your concert band, symphonic band, winter ensemble, jazz band all year. You can do 300 performances with your other ensembles. More likely, more people gonna see that marching band in one performance than they see in all those performances. Politics, you gotta use this to get what you want. And you come with all this, I received my PhD from Camden in Miami. They don't care. It's the crowd movement, the people like it. We fill in the seats. Once you handle that, those are the politics. You use that power to maneuver to get what you need to get for your students. You use that power when you sit with that senator, that politician or the president. If they invite you to go out to the bar with them, go! I didn't. No, I'm just here to be the bad guy. I'm gonna hang with you. No, you ain't gotta hang with them. You will find that you get more from these people when you're outside of their office. Nobody likes it. Do you like to be in your office? I left campus every time I could. Music store. Why? Because you can't do it now, man. It traps you. Problems, pressure, persecution is stopped. They don't care if you got arrangement to write. They don't care if you got 10,000 classes. It's still coming. So if they want to meet you at the bar, well, I don't drink. Well, hell, they buying you a drink, hold it. Ha ha, yeah. Act like you sipping. Let them drink. Act like, but if they invite you, that means they want to be invested in you. If somebody want to do something for you and you tell them no, then you just insulted them. So, I'm going to show this stuck up, blankety blank, what time it is. Man, you can't be everybody's friend, and sometimes you do have to say no. But you will find, when these people find out you're flexible, they're going to be your biggest advocates. You ain't got to argue with the president. Senator such and such, man, it's hard. Next thing you know, you got it. You have to be aligned with the right people. Of course, your product has to be together. You always got to keep your product good. You have to be around competent people. But you have to mix and mingle with these people. You have to mix and mingle with these people. So, I said all that. I got notes everywhere. You have to know the art of playing the game. You have to know the art of playing the game. And always, to thine own self be true. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to you. Be honest about your strengths and your weaknesses to yourself. You gotta go out and tell everybody, my name is such and such, I'm weak here. No, they don't need to know that. As long as you're honest with yourself and surround yourself with people who can make up for those weaknesses. Surround yourself with those type of people. Always treat people right. Always try to treat people right. When you're popular, everybody's never gonna like you. But you have to have thick skin too. You have to be willing to hear some bad stuff about yourself. I mean, I'm at the point right now, I mean, it's funny. We all get our feelings hurt. But after you get your feelings hurt so many times, you're numb to it, man. Because you know you're doing the right thing. You're numb to it. If you get an email and you read the first 2 sentences, Mr. Haymer, you the biggest jackass in the... Delete. I'm not gonna read that. And you finna have me mad the whole day, because chances are they're coming at you like that, it's gonna be anonymous. Not too many people throw the rock and show their hand. Delete that, man. You don't need that in your system. Now you fussing at the kids. Now you going out on everybody because of email you got. And you just in a bad mood all day. Man, if you don't want the responsibility, don't sit on the throne. I don't want to hear you crying. Yes, it ain't perfect. But if you don't want the responsibility, don't sit on the throne. But you need to get with your administrators, you need to get with your boards, you need to get with your principals, you need to get with these people, and you need to make band for dummies. Which means, that's not insulting to them, they don't know your language. They don't know what legato means, they don't know what slur means. They're just more impressed that you got 100 kids that you can have quiet and sitting down and nobody fighting. When they come evaluate you, they don't know what to look for. Oh, okay. Sounds good to me. Long as it ain't, because your class is bigger than that, even if you have 40 kids in your band, it's bigger than the average classroom size. Usually, most bands, you know, some bands are struggling, but most bands settings is bigger than the average classroom size. It's its own muscle. Now, if they see you can work that, they see you bringing positive news, these people are going to go to war to help you. If you communicate effectively with them, if you talk to them, but every time they need something, you telling them no, and they may be wrong. I had every right to tell the chancellor, this was years ago, I had every right when he called me at 1 a.m. saying he needed the band for 10 o'clock. I had every right to tell him no. Hey, you've been doing this how many months or weeks, and you want me to get the kids out of school? Man, no. Okay, right versus what? Yeah. Always think of that, man. Always think of that. And I can't get the old man out of my head. Isaac Briggs, Dr. Isaac Briggs. Your hand is down the throat of the lion. You ease it out. You know, hey, I'm in a tight situation. I gotta do this, and I'm walking this political line. You ease it out. You make a jerk reaction, what's gonna happen? Click! Now you ain't got one. It might just eat you up. Nobody care about your power. At the end of the day, we all influential people in here. But we only passing through. We only gonna be here for a certain amount of time, some longer than others. We gonna expire soon. You're gonna be dead a lot longer than you alive. You tell us stories there. I don't care if you live to be 110 years old. It's people that have been in the grave thousands of years and live a good life. So when you get the bigger picture that it's really not about you. Oh, at one time I thought it was about me. We all need to get checked. Oh, I'm in the trenches now. You want to talk about the trenches? Not teaching in the trenches. Trenches! But it's okay. I've been at the top of the mountain and I've been in the lowest valley. But I've learned something from each experience. Humble yourself. Teach your kids. Know your community. What people coming up here and talking about success, that works for them. And it's good to have pointers. It's good that we have this. Because, see, a lot of times we just talk about each other, behind each other's backs, and we ain't no different from no other group. You give me a group of people, sociology. You're going to have the overachiever. You're going to have the person who ain't doing nothing. The person escaping. You're going to have the person who's sitting down writing everything, who want to advance himself. You're going to have the person who think he know everything. This Negro can't teach me nothing. Maybe he can't. But everything I went through is in vain if I can't share my story. And I'm going to go into more detail at another time. But I wanted to let you know this. music, and all this beauty. The way, man, they're amazed when they see your band on the field. Band doing drills, maybe a simple drill to us, but look at it from a non-dance person, a non-musician point of view. You got 100 people on the field making diamonds and X's and whatever letter spelling and designs, 200. That is amazing. So they're already amazed by you because they don't understand what you do. It's different from football because I never played football, but I understand it because I watched sports growing up. See, they have something relative. A lot of people don't play sports, but they know the rules, they know this, they know coaches, they know everything else. Hey, I'm telling you this is the next move. Especially for those who aspire to be on the collegiate level. Band directors are getting ready to be treated like coaches. I'm gonna say it again because they don't know what that means. Get ready to be treated like coaches. Now, pros and cons. The pro is you can negotiate your own contract. You can go negotiate salary increases based off performance and success and revenue that you bring into the university. The con is you ain't got no team, ain't no job security. That's a pro to me too, because I know a lot of band directors just been sitting. I've been here 20 years, I ain't got it to them. They can't fire me. I got tenure. And chances are they need somebody in the classroom. If they ain't gonna fire you, they may reassign you if you ain't doing the job to another level. But you're still gonna be a problem if you don't want to teach. So they get ready to treat us like coaches, when you sign, when you can do some things. Now, address the 500-pound elephant in the room. This stuff with money, this stuff with honorary, and the stuff that I was accused of. I ain't gonna go into the allegation. All I'm saying, I was told I did nothing wrong if I was a coach. The if is one of the shortest words in the English language, but it's loaded. It means a lot. You did nothing wrong, Mr. Haymer, if you was a coach. But unfortunately, you're not. You don't have the authority to do that. Well, I told you, this is such and such, this is that. They ain't gonna remember. They're not gonna put their neck on the line for you. It's easier to get rid of you than address the problem. Because the news story go away. Well, if I the band director, it's over. But the problem is still there that we face as a culture. We put in a lot of work. These students spend more time with us than they do with their parents. I don't care if they come from good homes or bad homes. One thing about everybody has a microcosm of their school in the band. You have everything that's good about your school in your band. You have everything that's bad about your school. You have the 4.0 students, and you have the people who shoot up every day after band practice. I'm just here to wear this shirt. They ain't there doing drugs. I ain't talking about marijuana, that's bad enough, but they doing some heavy stuff. And y'all coming in front of the band not knowing what your students going through. But you have all that in your band. Everything that's in your school is in your band. You're a true microcosm of the school. But you have to know that, and you have to use and leverage those opportunities politically. St. Aug didn't make it. That's good. That's a good political leverage to get what he need to get in his community. Your band may be going to some national band competition. Your band may have just won first place at a regional battle of bands. Ain't no jest. I mean, you win, you use that in your community. I taught in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and everything Washington Marion Band did, man, a lot of it in that community. And I don't need to talk about the community. It's a great community. Man, best cooks over there. But a lot of them didn't go to college. So that high school band was a collegiate experience for them. The tailgate for the games, do everything you do for a college game. And every time we won a trophy, they had the plants and wherever it was they worked, and they bragged. That's a big deal to you. You bring pride. You bring a lot of stuff to your community. You have to realize that. You're going to sit down with your mayor. You're going to sit down with your city council. Those are the politicians you need. So when the principals say we don't have enough money to use the super, you tell them. Don't tell them your principal, but just look. We want to do this. Principal said we don't have this. Oh, we'll make that happen. If the school don't have it, they will find the funds. Trust me, I've seen funds found to get what you need. That's the politics. So when you're invited to go out to these places, go. That don't mean you need to hang with them. That don't mean you need to do more listening than talking. You ain't gotta say nothing. And if they want to have a side conversation with you, they'll come pull you to the side. they'll call you, they'll get your phone number, they'll want to talk to you. Be careful of what you text. Somebody missed that. Be careful what you text. Be careful what you text. Because intent is not interpreted. Intent is not interpreted. And I'm talking about with a student, with a parent, with an administrator, or with a politician. Be careful what you text. Somebody text you some stuff, call me. Call me. I made those mistakes too. Call me. You don't ever want to, that's another sermon for another Sunday. You don't need to be texting the students anyway. That's what the reminder app and all that other stuff is for. You need to be texting them. So send me an email. I'll respond. But that's another thing. So, people see the highs, but they don't understand the low. Don't get fooled by your success either. You out on the hall, everybody telling you you're the man. You're not the man. You're not the man. You influence you. You mean a lot to those students. But everybody in this room can be replaced. Everybody in this room going to be replaced. You flying high now, you're going to be replaced by way of two ways. A planned landing, where you land smoothly and you move on and transition to the next phase of your life, hopefully retirement. Or you in the sky, you crash and you land. I had to jump out of parachute. My plane was on fire. It was. And it's one thing, man, I don't hide from the truth. I don't hide. You know, one time I was ashamed. Don't be ashamed of yourself, especially if you know your intent. And especially if you face yourself and realize, this is what I could have done better, this is what I did right, this is what I did wrong. You got time to be walking around like blaming people. You mad at people. And what is that doing for you? I can't stand that mother. Okay, you're mad. Your blood pressure's up. You in the hospital. And the person you can't stand, they doing good. Move on. It's not. We people, and as long as it's more than one opinion, you're going to have some disagreements. You're going to have some arguments. Be able to coexist, be able to move on. If I don't like you, I'm not going to be in your face. I'm not going to talk to you, but we can coexist. I'm not going to give you that energy. It takes more energy to hate than to love, you know? And that energy you use hating that person, and then what are you doing with yourself? Build yourself up. And learn from your mistakes. Michael Jordan said, don't look at your failure. Don't look at where you fall. If I fall right here, land. I trip right here. It caused me to land right there. I need to look at where I trip. What caused me to fall? People make mistakes. Fools repeat the same mistake. And that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting what? Different result. And you're going to get the same result. Wherever you fail, you keep hanging around that, you're going to fall again. You're going to fall again. You're going to fall again. So, the more popular your program, the more people are going to be coming at you, but you have to use those leverage. A lot of people said a lot of good things today, but don't be afraid of your administration. They're going to piss you out on those days. Stay out of that teacher's lounge too. Stay away from band directors who always, there ain't nothing wrong with it, but they always call you and they just, man, you heard such and such band on the internet? They sound like crap, man. They sound like it. When you gonna put your show together, put it on film, we'll see what happened. You know, we ain't got the instruments. Oh, you got a lot of adjudicators in this room with advanced degrees. I'd rather see a sermon than hear a sermon any day. Don't tell me nothing, show me. Everybody I respect in life is because they showed me something. Not because they told me. I can tell you I love you every day. And I'm just punching you in the face every night. I'm doing this because I love you. Man, would your wife stay with you? You're beating her up, but you're telling her all the right words. You're giving her diamond rings and everything. You're beating her behind everything. People, you got to show people you love them. You got to tell them all the time. You got to show them. Your students know that you care about them because you invest a lot in it, you bust up, you spend more time. But the outside world have to know what you do, and they have to know you care about your students. I don't want anybody to be in a situation that I was in. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. And something else going to happen in this career. Every year is a shakeup. And I don't plot anybody's demise. I don't want anything bad to happen to people. But 9 times out of 10, when people get caught up, it's because they didn't handle that 7th week. I know some horrible band directors who can't hear thunder, but been employed because they good politicians. They can't hear it, they couldn't hear a B-flat scale and slap in their face. But people don't care about that as long as you have competent staff who can make up. They don't care about your musical knowledge. They don't care. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not important. It's very important. But I'm just talking on one topic. How to be a successful band director. How to get the things that you need for your programs. These programs are expensive. Everybody want a big band until they look at that bill. I got 250 people. Bus bill, $20,000. Now that's a school bus. Now you want to talk about charter bus? So in order for you to have what you need for your students, I want brand new uniforms for my band every 4 to 5 years. I want brand new instruments every 10 years. That's your vision. That's good. But be realistic with its execution. How you want to get all this stuff? Because I'm the band director and I'm going to do a great show and the people going to go crazy. Might be true, but that's not going to get you the stuff. It's going to get you the attention. I don't like attention. Find you another career. I'm sorry. Usually your music educator is the most popular person in the school. Usually. I've been teaching a year twice. Usually. People love the band director. If you halfway doing your job, never let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I need $1 million. We only have 100,000. Well, the school just gave me another 150, so now I have 250. That's not what I need, but it's a step closer. The perfect is getting everything you need. The ideal is never going to be ideal. Don't look at another person's band. I don't care how great your band is, I don't care how big your ego is. You have problems and you ain't all that. Nobody in here, myself included. Don't let us saying, you looking on the other side, man, this band doing this, and we stuck. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, that band director you looking up to, you probably say, look, I got some problems too. Mr. Little said it good. College band directors have a lot of problems. We ain't perfect. We are not perfect. We're human just like you. We humans just like you, but everybody want to be successful in this room. That's why you're here, because you want to be successful. Undergraduate students, listen to what I'm saying. Align yourself with people who's going to help you get to that point. Even if you have a PTG, you may not even like them. What the hell like got to do with anything? I get over 2,000 likes on social media, and I can't take none of that to the bank. That don't mean nothing. Jesus only had 12 followers. And y'all talking about y'all got 100,000 followers. That doesn't mean nothing. If you can't use that to leverage and look at the forest versus looking at the tree, you have to use all of that. You just got house, you get praise, people call you, well, look, thank you. I'd like to have a conversation now that I have your attention. This is what we need, this is this. They're only gonna do 2 things. Yes or no? You still gonna be alive. Y'all too scared to ask what you want, but you on the phone bragging with your partner who gonna listen. But they can't do nothing. You go and talk to these people you need to do what you need to do. You try to go to these different places, you need some strong backing. You're going to mess up. We do. When you mess up, you got a strong backing, they'll call you in, or you do this, you're gone. They don't like you, you could be, you gotta be at work at 8, it's 8:01, you're fired. They looking for something. So you have to know how to talk to people. And just accept that everybody's not gonna like you. You gotta deal with people who don't like you, but it's not about who like you and do you like them back. What can I get from you? And what do you want from me in return? Okay, now we have a relationship. I need this and I give you this. I need the band to be ready for this, this, and that. Okay, well this is what we need for this, this, and that. And then you do it. And you gotta be careful now. I said you can meet with the politicians, but be careful. You can't endorse a candidate if you work in a public school, public university. You have to be apolitical. You can't endorse, and most of them know that. But that don't mean you can't talk to them. Talk to both sides so they can't accuse you of saying, okay, if it was noted that you met with this big time Democrat, go call a Republican. Say, I just need to come to your office and make sure they notate that too. So they don't know where you stand. But thing is, if you don't want to play the game, then you need to get out. Because if you don't play the game, it's going to play you. It's going to play you big time. So the solutions to all this, and I'm going to get out of the way. You have to be able to unplug. I remember my first 4 years teaching high school. I used to be mad at this time of year. Y'all think I'm crazy. I was 22, 23. I hated the summer. I wanted band year round. I made the kids come in the summer. I ain't have no break. I'm just fussing and cussing. You burnt out. I don't care how much you love your job, or I don't care what your goal, I'm on this project. That stuff will get done. Take a week off. What's a week? Unplug. Mentors. I'm a mentor. Some of y'all in here are mentors. Find your mentor. But guess what? Mentors need mentors. Just because you mentor and you have mentees, that don't mean you need to be mentored. People need to understand you. You need to have people who want to talk to you and be man or woman enough to say, you're wrong. I'm not a yes man, but I'm your friend. I'm your mentor. Now this is what we can do to turn it around. If you come to me with a problem, I'm going to ask you what the solution is. Don't come to people with problems without solution. Don't go to your administrator with problem after problem. Every time they see you, they finna roll their eyes. Here go this dude again. What's wrong now? You know what? Clarinet out of tune. You think they care about clarinet out of tune? They don't care. So you have to be able to explain the bigger picture to him without talking about all those individual instances and problems. Travel. Get your mentor. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. And I say again, leave that office, man. Don't get caught up in an office. You gotta work, but leave the office when you can. Take breaks through the day, you gotta breathe. I know some parts of Europe, they shut down at 11 o'clock and reconvene at 2 or 3 o'clock. People go to sleep. They don't work all day. But you have to have an unplugged moment. If you do it once a week, twice a week, or you will go crazy. You will go crazy. I said what I had to say. I want somebody to interject. Dr. Murray, you well qualified in this area. Did I miss anything?
I think you covered well. I think I just like I got kind of moved when you said that these administrators, because band has become so popular in our culture. If you look at these black colleges and universities, the only thing that we are holding on to are band programs and football. And you have a lot of administrators, and I'm not just talking about my administrator in particular, but you have a lot of administrators that are looking at your program through the eyeglass of athletics. Mm-hmm. And there is no tenure band, like what I said. I'll tell you something. I had my season this year. You know, I had my season. But now, this is I was talking to my man in the hallway. You know, we just had a conversation. Look, man. And this is what my mentor told me. When I first got pulled into the college game, Mr. Taylor, Jackson State, Dow Taylor, Louis Adela, Jackson State told me, look, Murray, you want to be on you want to stay in this game on the college level, get your doctorate and get tenure. The president of Alcorn State University, Dr. Denzel Lee, told me, Ronaldo, get your union card. Let me tell you something about working on the college campus. Working on the college campus is the most segregated place you ever work in.
What?
Because what I mean by that is you have faculty versus staff. You have staff versus administration. There are 3 tiers on the college level. You have your administration, you have your faculty, and you have your staff. The administration, they operate on the cabinet system, the vice presidents. You have the dean's council and the faculty. You have your faculty, you have your staff. And sometimes people tend to overstate themselves in that. On the academic side, you have the professors and the associate professors, which are your senior faculty. And then you have your instructors and your assistant professors, not tenured. That's kind of real right there too. So it's a pecking order. But I tell anyone, and you look at a testimony. You look at a testimony. You talk about surviving R. Kelly. That ain't got nothing to do with surviving band. So if you want to survive band, you know, and I'm just trying to get real. You know, another one of my mentors, Dr. Norris, again, phenomenal administrator at all things people. When I got hired at all, I demanded to be on tenure track. And just like Brother Haymer said, you have to have someone on that campus that believes in you. And Dr. Edgar had no problem with putting me on tenure track. Because now, a lot of you guys are still up to the college level, coming in with them cranking tunes and them drill designs, it'll get you there, but it won't keep you there.
Yep.
So my thing is, and I kind of spoke upon this when I did my presentation, if you want to get to this level, get your union card. Just that simple, man, because guess what? They are, if you look around, these presidents are almost want to bring their own band director in, like they want to bring their own athletic director in, like they all want to bring their coaches in. So it's coming to that. There's no tenure band. And one of the things that we have in common, my band directors all formed for 40 plus years. Dr. Green's at that tenure, that's over with. I'll tell you that now. The director of bands might just about have the same tenure as common president, between 5 and 7 years. That's just the way it is now. But now, I always knew that I was going to get out of band. I had an exit plan. I didn't exit exactly what I wanted to, but I had an exit plan. So there were more things I brought to the department other than band. And if you want to be a sustainable faculty no matter, you got to bring more to the department than just band. That's why we take history, philosophy, music education. That's why we take research methods. That's why we take applied pedagogy. You have to be more than just a drill writer and a arranger. That's not going to keep it. That's not going to keep it. I'm not going to hire a faculty member that's not directed band material. I'm not going to hire a faculty member that can't be department chair. I can't always go on junior faculty, associate professor, director of bands. I'm an associate professor now. I'm a department chair now in the social media. And what I did, I brought more curricular structure. I brought graduate programs. I've increased the enrollment by numbers. That's why I was able to step out of band and redefine myself into a different situation. So it's all about redefining yourself. Because when you're going to be in band, two things will happen. You're going to get run out of band and you're going to get sick of it. What's next? And that's what we're going to talk about the next time we see y'all. What's next? But I just want to leave you guys with this right here. Stuff happens. Prepare for the worst, man. Trust me, you're looking at a living testimony. And I've turned down bad jobs. But I'm in a good place now. I mean, I had a few, I had some separation inside for about 2 months. But then I looked at myself, and I walked away knowing I did man right. I know I did. Nothing to hold my head down, but now what Ronaldo Murray is focusing on is redefining myself and helping others. That's why I want you guys to get in that master's degree program, go ahead and get your PhD. I talked to this boy right here, man, I don't even want to see you till you get your PhD. I don't even want to discuss this with you. And he's going to do it. But man, prepare for the worst. I'm not wishing you the worst. Prepare for it.
I ain't in no position to be turning down jobs, so you just send them my way. Anybody have a question? I'm going to take one serious question. I know we rushed time. Anybody got a question about anything? Because I mean, to our own self be true. I mean, all of us aspire to go to the next level. It's just different meanings to different people. But if you want to sit in a seat, talk to people who sat, talk to people who currently sit. You know, talk to multiple people. Nobody is a master of everything, and nobody knows though. I wish I did, but I'm just starting to get my wisdom. I'm just starting to get my wisdom. Knowing when to fight and when to shut up. Just shut up, do your job, and play those politics. You gotta do it, because if you don't, it'll play you. So I just wanted to expound on that, and some things that I want to do in the future. You know, when you fall, you just start planning your next rise, and guess what? If my rise deals with plotting somebody else's demise, I don't want nothing to do with that. It's too many jobs out here to be fighting over the same crumbs. Your crumbs right here, I'm gonna go to the corner and get my crumbs. We ain't gotta fight each other. There's other opportunities out there. Just remember where you tripped up at, and don't do it again, man. Don't entrust your career, your benefits. That's what I really miss, benefits. Don't entrust that and just saying people gonna just know that I'm doing it. No, you have to tell your own story, toot your own horn, but at the same time know how to play the game. You're gonna be called arrogant. You're gonna be called all of this stuff because people they think they know you because they see you on YouTube 1,000 times. They don't know where you live. They don't know nothing about you. Yeah, you play that character, you play that role. Just like me, great, baby. Hammer time. That's not me. Like camera action, that's not me, but that's doing what I do to market whatever that I'm doing. That's playing the game, man. I am full of energy, but hey, I'm human just like everybody else. And see, the more popular you are, and then I see what celebrities go through now. You see them play a character, now you don't even like that person. You play this role on Scandal, that's not who they really are. That's not who I am. You know, you have to play that role. But man, surround yourself with people who's gonna keep it real. Not people who's gonna go shoot about you and all that other stuff. People who can tell you blah, 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 blah. Surround yourself with that. And you can disagree with them, but I guarantee you get cut a lot of time, you're gonna start listening and start doing some things differently. You're gonna, hey man, all the wounds that I ever received was self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. Somebody shot me, well yeah, I did that because I allowed them to. I shot myself, yeah, because I was stupid. I never blame nobody else, man. That's not what leaders do. That's not what leaders do. You want to be, man, you want to be high, you better be able to handle those three people at the bottom of the list: problems, persecution, depression, because it's real. And I'm telling you about it, but it's nothing, man. A lot of y'all can attest from it. How many people in here, and I'm gonna get up, you did a bad field show, or you had a bad fifth quarter, the band messed up or something. You had to go through a whole week of just getting trashed on social media. Memes about you. I done saw myself as the Hamburglar. I done saw myself. Oh man. Hey, I see it. I see it. I don't respond. I see it. I laugh at a lot of it now. And don't let it be Jackson State Southern people. They finna go in on me. But it's okay. It's okay. Once you realize who you are, what role you play. Hey, if you at the top, you the target. You the face. You the face of that university. You the ambassador. You the main ambassador to that university. And you gonna get punched in your face. It happens. It comes to you. Like I say, you can't want the shine without doing the grind and without receiving some scrutiny. It's gonna come with it, man. Ain't no way escaping it. You can't do everything people like. So I'm done. Thank you for your time and attention.